All right, recording has started, and this is the April 20th, 2021 Rook Community Meeting. Big news is the release of 1.6 last week, obviously, so congratulations to everybody on getting that out the door. I know there was a number of integration tests and obstacles to try to get to the finish line there, so that was great to see from everybody. So we'll definitely be.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, we'll be getting to some patches again now that the big release is out there. Travis, do you anybody want to kind of talk about high level lessons, learnings, etc., or news from 1.6 itself before we start talking about patches and upcoming stuff?
Yeah, so follow up from 1.6. I think there were definitely a few issues to resolve at the last minute. I think I'm going to forget some of them now. I mean, Pacific, what was it with Pacific? Basically, some integration tests just weren't working reliably with Pacific, and then got that, and then the Cassandra tests took a few days, but with Yanis's help, we got those done, and then those were masking, or at least we didn't notice some other CI issues because of the Cassandra failures had been read for a few days. So then, and that's actually just affecting the 1.5 branch because we had to backport the Cassandra test fixes there. And then we found, so there's still an issue open for 1.5 builds to get green again. But yeah, those issues all aside, we got through it. We got the release out, and I'm confident we've got good quality. As always, there are a few issues to follow up on. We've already got a few fixes in, getting ready for a 1 release. And a couple of issues. I guess I didn't list any issues specifically to talk about, but there's one where if someone's upgraded a few times from our V1 Beta 1 CRDs, there's an issue where the preserve unknown fields flag is for some reason preventing the upgrade now. So people need to do a manual workaround where you remove that flag from the CRDs before you upgrade. So that's still annoying. I'd like to find a better fix for that. Other issues, erasure coding was broken in the schema, but that was an easy fix. And a couple other things. But yeah, I think Thursday we're on track. It'll be good to have a 1 release out. But I haven't heard of any major issues with the release really. So overall, it's good news. I don't know, any other thoughts from people on 1.6?
What so did we get to a good root cause then, or a good more permanent fix for the Cassandra integration test issues that Yanis was working on?
Oh yeah, let me talk about that for another minute. So the Cassandra, it looks like the test started breaking because we updated the base image for the Jenkins CI tests, the test runs, and like it was updated to Ubuntu 2020. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, the latest, and the Cassandra test just started failing. So we, instead of trying to get the Cassandra test working on that in Jenkins, we just went back, we converted it to a GitHub action and disabled the tests from running in Jenkins. So the Cassandra tests now are fully covered by a GitHub action. That's where we're going anyway with all of the tests. So it's good to have it converted already to an action. But yeah, something with that build just wasn't working with the tests. And Yanis was out of time to debug further too.
Got it. Nice. It was nice having his expertise there, pitching in and digging into it.
Yeah, so he's still responsive even if he doesn't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Things.
Awesome. Cool, Zid. So are there already issues on the board here for 1.5 that we'd be tracking for our next patch?
Yes, I think I got the 1.5 board cleaned up here. So those two that are in progress, I think it would be just good to get a release, the next patch release out, probably next week or the following week, just to say, okay, that would probably be our final official patch release for 1.5. Maybe not, but if we can get that out, people have been waiting for that top fix for a while, at least, with watching for node events. And then that issue in the blocking release column, that's the one with the integration test still failing, but it doesn't actually affect upgrades. It's just a test issue.
Right. So we still have red. That's what's causing the still having red tests in the 1.5 branch.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then have we already made any updates to 1.6 board for upcoming patches too, or is it too soon for that?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure it's updated as far as what's in review, what's that issue in the blocking release column. I'd like to understand before we get .1 out. And then I guess I didn't mention that one yet. That one is if you're installing with Pacific and you're using a metadata drive for the OSDs, the OSD creation fails.
Is there much known about this yet, or it's just kind of still looking into it first?
Yeah,
could be a simple resolution.
Yeah, if it was just an output change, just change the way we parse it or handle it.
Hopefully it's that simple. Yep.
I like this. I guess not everyone knows the acronyms, Seb.
Yeah, and it's funny because I always advocate not to use acronyms anyways, but
that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, that'd be great if that's an easy fix. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I think in progress, blocking, and review in progress, all those columns are accurate.
Okay.
Yeah. There's always one in a to-do column that could use attention when people can.
And as feedback comes in from folks in the community upgrading to 1.6 and trying their scenarios with it, then we can remain pretty agile in terms of fixes that we take on that we would like to patch in response to issues that found out in the wild after the release.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, definitely great work, everybody, for getting a 1.6 out. That's definitely good to happen. And and not last minute before KubeCon as well too. So it's nice to kind of not be in that habit here. Get it out a couple weeks before KubeCon, so we have some breathing room there.
Right. And the blog looks great with Matt's image. So tell him again, thanks.
Yes, definitely. He'll be happy to hear that. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Any other notes on releases and 1.5, 1.6, upcoming patches, etc.?
That's all I got. Anybody else?
Okay. We've got other issues on the table here, so we'll continue down the agenda doc here. Okay, so yeah, CI improvements. I think Blaine, you were adding some to this, or is it Travis, or?
I originally added this topic just as a general FYI about improvements being made. We all know that we need to keep the green CI so we can be consistent about delivery and not get bitten when things stay red too long. Like that seems like that's a recurring challenge. I think anytime you change software, you're going to have that challenge. But so I think with the GitHub Actions, we're seeing more reliability as we convert them from running in Jenkins. So thanks to all those, especially Seb, who've been working on that conversion. And I think we're starting to see the fruits of that conversion. As of just a few days ago now, so when you merge to master or a release branch, you get a single email that tells you the results of all the GitHub actions. So that's really nice. That I don't feel like we're not consistently green in there yet, so we need more follow-up there. But I really like this idea of having that single email that tells us the results afterwards. I'm not clear who gets that email, like if it's just core maintainers or if it's everybody in the Rook GitHub.
It's people having RAD access to the repo.
Okay, so everybody who can merge should get it.
Yeah.
Like, so Jared and Alex and Blaine, you're all seeing those emails?
No, I haven't seen those any of those emails at all, actually.
You don't get those?
Same, I haven't
Alex?
gotten one of those. No.
You haven't gotten them?
Oh,
Okay.
it's because we removed Jared, I guess, right? No?
Now I get it.
Yeah, I'm not
Got
sure I've
locked out.
gotten one of those either.
No, poor Blaine too. You guys are hating on everybody here. I see. It's non-discriminatory. It looks like, I guess it's everyone but Travis and Seb.
Well, because I know I've seen them when I wasn't the one that merged it. So I guess I assumed at least core
Isn't
maintainers.
it
Are
also
they
for reviewing or something, maybe?
are
Maybe
they
whoever
messages that come from
reviewed
GitHub?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have been getting them and just haven't noticed.
Yeah. Or yeah, maybe it is people who have commented on the PR or approved it or merged it. Maybe it's that sort of group.
How much Jenkins do we have left then, with like the fairly prolific usage of GitHub actions that we're doing?
Well, the one thing we definitely rely on Jenkins for still is to publish the release. So in 1.7, we want to have actions also for that. But otherwise, yeah, I think everything's running as a GitHub action now.
Would we be able to get rid of Jenkins then after that? After we migrate to actions for that?
I'd say that's the ultimate goal. If we can really get actions in a place where we feel like Jenkins isn't adding value, yeah, but we want to get rid of it. Right, Seb?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's really the last one. We already have a PR opened to push builds after merges to get master images from Rook. So that is ongoing. And I think really the last one is to auto-publish releases from GitHub Actions.
Right.
And it will work really similar. It will be really similar than the way we do it today.
Yeah, so I think pretty soon we should be able to enable that so that master builds are published that way, and we could disable publishing from master from Jenkins. And then after we see that, okay, that's stable for master now, then we could convert for the release branch as well. And then that might be the last thing we really need from Jenkins. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be awesome if we could eventually, or if we can go ahead and shut that down and sunset Jenkins and not have to worry about any further headaches or Groovy or any of that nonsense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, then so if we did that, then our AWS account would basically just be S3 object storage, right? Just buckets for charts and artifacts.
Right, I think so.
Nice, very cool.
Yep, otherwise, let's see, under this topic, we've already mentioned the other things. Yeah, I already mentioned the 1.5 release branch issue with upgrade tests. And yeah, anybody else have any thoughts on the CI?
All right. Okay, then we want to go ahead on down to Ceph month. I think Mike, I think you added this one.
Yeah, so we have kind of like an event, but we're accepting proposals for doing a month long of Ceph presentations. And so these are going to just be scheduled throughout the month. And we are accepting proposals both on presentations through a set time and lightning talks, as well as unconference sessions, so that people want to set up different discussions. So we will be accepting these throughout May 12th, and then working with each submitter to schedule them out for the month of June.
So it's F month, not a specific day or days.
I mean, why would you want to just settle for one day, Seth? I think an entire month is more appropriate.
If I could have it my way, we would have had a set, scheduled days, but I'm working with a certain set of requirements of having a month of set presentations. So
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds cool.
yeah, thank you for the plug.
Thank you, Mike. Cool, guys. All right, awesome. And then I just added this note about because a lot of people have been bit hard by this. This is actually fairly catastrophic for a lot of people in the CNCF in general, or the greater ecosystem. CodeCov. So just to confirm, I looked and we do not use CodeCov for Rook, right?
No, I don't know of anywhere at least.
Well,
Okay, excellent, good, thank goodness, because there is a very bad security breach with some of CodeCov's like integrations that they do to upload your code coverage results as part of your CI pipelines, and basically it was vulnerable for 3 months, and malicious party there, whoever had exercised this vulnerability could get access to all of your tokens, credentials, all sorts of stuff that's available in the environment for a CI build, which tends to be a lot when you're running releases and stuff like that. And to get all of your tokens, everything. So other projects I know that are using CodeGov, you had to rotate everything, all your production credentials, everything, and that was exposed for 3 months. So it's pretty catastrophic. I don't know. I would wonder if CodeGov's still going to be in business after this. This is a horrendous breach. Yeah,
right.
It's like good. So Rook is safe. And like every other projects you guys are a part of, if you haven't heard about this or you haven't looked into it yet, definitely make sure that if you're using CodeCov anywhere, to rotate everything. The CNCF sent out an email about it to multiple lists as well too, to get more visibility. So do share the word.
I'm surprised I didn't see it or notice it from CNCF then.
Yeah. They sent
maintainers.
a couple emails
Did
to all the maintainers. Yeah.
Oh, guess I overlooked it.
I think I saw one, but I actually had no idea what CodeCov was about. So just ignored
You
it.
consider yourself lucky. it's
Right.
it's ridiculous at how bad this breach was. Okay, and then a lighter-hearted email that the CNCF sent out was about the maintainer survey. So that should be, they sent that to the Rook maintainers email list. So you should have a link there to fill out the survey for the first half of 2021. And they really appreciate the feedback, and they do. I've noticed they do improve the programs in the way that they support the projects from the feedback from the maintainers. So take a chance to fill that out if you haven't already. All right. Let's see. This here include the full Zoom meeting link in the invitation. Is that
It's me.
Yes,
Yeah, no, it's just me being lazy, I guess. But each time I have to click to the invite, I'm being redirected to the invite link that doesn't have the password embedded. So each time I open Zoom, I have to go ahead and copy the password again from the document. So if we could have the entire link in the invitation, then I guess that would help.
Are you
Send me
sure?
calendar?
Is it not?
I always click
if
on
I
the one
click on
from
yeah.
the GitHub page. Yeah.
Well, for me, it's the calendar invite I'm on. I click the Zoom link and it has PVW in it, and like I instantly get into the meeting. The only thing that's not working is the the waiting room thing, that everyone gets stuck in the waiting room basically. Oh, everyone in quotes.
Yeah,
So,
that I know, but
Yeah, Seb, I see the password embedded into the URL too.
Okay, never mind. I think somehow I have it twice in my calendar. I must have copied it from long ago, and
Oh, is it like old invite then
An
that
old
didn't
one.
have it?
yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
Got it.
Okay, let me just remove it then. Yeah, sorry for the noise.
No problem. We're
Fine
happy to
work.
get you sorted out, my friend. Okay, and then just gonna delete it from the history. All right, and then for upcoming Quincy, is looks like
Yeah,
there's a link to the discussion here that happened. Nice.
Yeah, so this is the recording, if anybody wants to go through it. And I have provided the agenda link as well, just for the Rook discussions that took place for Quincy. I don't know, some of the other groups are doing follow-up meetings. Travis, I don't know if you were planning on doing one, but these are essentially to set the priorities based on what was discussed. But they are optional, but if you want to set one up, we can work offline.
Yeah, I don't have anything specifically yet set up there. On a related note, I know Seb and I had a discussion with a couple folks on getting the Crimson enabled, and that's not even, or that, yeah, more of a Quincy thing for sure. But yeah, we don't have any. We need to get our roadmap clarified anyway for Rook since 1.6 is out. So that, well, Quincy is much beyond that, I suppose, for 1.7. But
What's the
Yeah.
timeline for Quincy?
Well, it would be the
Every year.
Yeah, every year. So next
So
year,
it'd
March.
be like Rook 1.10, I think. Is that right?
I don't know. We get 3 or 4 releases a year, so
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hmm.
Cool. Okay, nice. Yeah, thanks for linking this then here, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you everybody who attended and provided technical discussions. So
Awesome. Okay, are there any other agenda items here? Stuff that folks want to bring up? Thanks to Blaine for updating the meeting notes, agenda with some notes as we're going through the discussion too. I really appreciate that, Blaine. Awesome. All right. Well, if that is everything, then we can go ahead and adjourn. And congratulations to everybody, and thanks for all the hard work too on getting the 1.6 release out last week. So we'll see you everybody online then.
alrighty.
Thank you.
everyone.
All right. Take care,
See ya.
everybody.
Have a good one.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.